call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, on second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. They'll ride the hot hand. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Marcus Freeman added another chapter to the Year 3 success stories of Notre Dame coaches taking the Irish to the national championship game, and he looks like a cornerstone coach for the future.
It was so impressive what they were able to do, bouncing back from an early season loss against Northern Illinois when everybody counted them out. He's done an outstanding job recruiting. He's got a great coaching staff. This team is built and ready to make another run.
Yeah, he's got superstar written all over him. He has the next coach to break that ceiling and win a title. Just recruiting up, belief up, discipline up. Notre Dame looks like a national championship contender.
Using his legs, it's Price. Finding open areas. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. He marched 78 yards down the field and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quarterback keeper. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Didn't find much running room on 1st down. 2nd and 8 from their own 27. Handoff from the gun. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Moss. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play some.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
To throw, it's Carr. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Looking to scramble. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Leaves it with the back. Oh, a lot of space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
To the air, it's Reed. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. The sure hands, it's Craver. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Aggies.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. All kinds of room to the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill has it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Texas is currently ahead early in this one in DKR, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 7 over UTEP. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. And fires complete to the right. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Reed. A strike downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Texas A&M ready to go with another 1st down. QB draw. Past the 1st down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, and the offensive line really selling pass. That's step one. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like pass, and then boom, you sneak it right to the running back, gets a big gain, and gets a 1st down.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Might as well give it to him again. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a gap. It's Moss. Picks up the 1st down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. On the move. The Aggies get enough for the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Out of the gun to give to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quick release by the QB. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Stands in and takes the hit. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defender some credit here. I think, Reese, he just wanted the ball more. He did a great job in coverage, watching the QB, anticipating the receiver on his break. He went up, he plucked it.
Going to the running game. Powers through the defender. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback running on the draw. He just refused to go down, kept finding space and picked up 7. It'll be 4th and 1. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Punt is on its way. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Caught over the middle, it's Locke. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Aggies can really attack on this second and short. The run to the left. Running to Green. There he goes. Kearney on the Jets. The tag. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Lofts one high and deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Quickly to the tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but into the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Snagged in the middle. It's live. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness.
Hey, he fakes it. He's going to throw it. Well, you might as well have thrown it in the stands because you completed it, but not enough for the first down. Punt team's coming on the field.
And that is such a great job by the head coach deciding to go for it there on the fake punt. And that's one of those fake punts that they've probably had in their playbook now for several weeks, but you got to have the perfect look defensively to run it. The up man gets the snap, a nice accurate throw, picking up the first down and keep this drive alive.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Bring in the heat. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Texas is in front. They've played awfully well today in DKR. And while there's no Ricky Williams or Earl Campbell out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 12 over UTEP. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Takes the handoff. It's Daniels. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Leaves it with the running back. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Wide open spaces. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that...
Turning it on! Smashes ahead. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
To the ground. He's got it again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Pressure coming. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To the air, it's Reed. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. From the gun to give, looking for room. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, the TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw it with a little bit more room to work with.
And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Power football with the run. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get 1st downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the 1st down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Got it in the middle. It's locked. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these 1st downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because
he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Finds the tight end. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down, the clock.
And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Washington.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got a man in the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll go to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He wants to throw it again. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in second and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be fourth down.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Cincinnati is running away with this one right now. It's kind of felt like that old Bearcat has been crowd surfing all game. They're up by 35 over the Groupers. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll do it himself. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run play action. Quarterback adapting. He's going to take off. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Hard running there. And he's knocked down in the backfield, but man, how many tackles did he escape before he was finally brought down? I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Grabbed over the middle. It's great. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff? Big feather in the cap.